Hello YouTube, today we're going to be working on another cryptocurrency exchange video. Today we'll be looking at Cryptopia, how to sign up, how to use it, and everything in between. If you liked the video, please leave a like below. It's greatly appreciated and helps out more than you may know. Without further ado, let's get started using Cryptopia. To go over a brief overview of Cryptopia, this is different from some exchanges, especially because it's nicknamed by the crypto community Shittopia. That is the sad reality of the situation. Cryptopia lists pretty much any cryptocurrency. They do that if you go to Paytopia. You will notice you can list pretty much any cryptocurrency if you pay the cost. And by pretty much I mean literally any. They're the shittiest of shitcoins in this cryptocurrency that have the lowest volume and aren't even listed on CoinMarketCap. Besides decentralized exchanges, this is the absolute shithole of cryptocurrencies, and not in a bad way if you're into cryptocurrency shit coin trading. There we go. But you can see right here, if you literally just pay the price, boom, you can just list it, and that's it. It's really as simple as that, which is pretty interesting and unique. But I'll let you be the judge of what you think of that. But going to what Cryptopia actually offers as services. Actually, before going to services, let's talk about registration. To register for Cryptopia, it's one of the easiest exchanges to register for. You literally just provide email, name, phone number, password. That's it. And then you can enable 2FA if you want, but that's totally your choice. So now going into services, they have actually a good few services. So for starters, they have their own news, Paytopia, which is where you buy stuff. So neither one of these is actually really a source. It's just what's going on with Cryptopia, and this is how to buy stuff. Rewards is pretty cool, and Arbitrage is pretty cool. Arbitrage is really unique, and will admit I actually use it quite a bit. But going into rewards, let's talk about that. Basically, if you do anything on Cryptopia, you can get a reward for it, which is really cool. Oh look, I still have something on this. Looks like I still have stuff. I thought I removed everything from this. Anyway, so if you do pretty much anything, you will just get a random amount of something. So you can literally see here, someone traded, and they got 0.01% of the trade in heat, which is cryptocurrency I've never heard of, and they got this tiny amount of heat. This person got 0.1% from chatting of Bitcoins. They got this much Bitcoin. And, you know, you're really getting very, very, very little money. You know, this person's not even getting close to a cent. You know, that's a cent. They're getting in the thousandths of a cent. So, really, you're not getting much of anything. But it's still a cool, nifty little feature. What I really like here is their arbitrage. Arbitrage is really great. For those who don't know what it is, it's comparing prices from one exchange to another exchange, which is really cool. And that the ability to do that is really cool because you can get the cheapest prices on whatever cryptocurrency it has. So right here it has arbitrage. So see price between two or more different markets, striking. Sometimes you can capitalize on the imbalance. Often you can't. So right now it only offers Poloniex and Bittrex, so it used to offer more. Now it only offers these two. You can kind of check it out, and it is cool to see. So if you go to some of the lower market cap cryptocurrencies, like, I don't know, Potcoin, you can see, for example, a big difference in Bittrex and Poloniex and base volume, and you can see that the bid is similar but not the same. And sometimes you may even be able to capitalize on this, though rarely. Like here, you can actually see that the last bid was 1849 and the last ask was 1917. So interestingly enough, you could actually make a small profit on AMP at this specific instance. So I suggest checking in. And some people do caution you that some people do have bots set up. So if you're doing it by hand, you may not be quite fast enough. Next thing is coin info right here. If you click on coin info, again, it's pretty cool actually. Let's wait for it to load. But it just gives you the information on whatever cryptocurrency you're looking for, and including all the ones that they have. One thing I would mention is also Cryptopia is quite slow. I don't know why. But using this, you can look at different cryptocurrencies, look at its rating. I don't know what the rating is actually based off of. I don't know how much I would personally trust it. But like they have Cream Coin here, Crowd Coin. But they have their some really important things like the algorithm, the network, the wallet status and listing status, which are all pretty important to do. Let's look at Bitcoin. there's Bitcoin. You can see there's the algorithm, network. You can see there's the block height, wallet status, listing status, Bitcoin dark. You can see the whole thing. Let's see what Bitcoin's rated. 4 out of 5. Interesting. Bitcoin dark's 3 out of 5. Light Bitcoin, 2 out of 5. Okay, cool. Good to know, I guess. But you see they have some cryptocurrencies here that really aren't anywhere else. Next is forums and marketplace. Normally forums is a place where you can go and chat with other people, and marketplace is where you can use cryptocurrency to buy actual real world goods. Right now these are both down. I'm not actually sure why, but I believe they will be back once Cryptopia opens them. It says they're in the roadmap, they're going to launch a new improved version of the marketplace, and you can follow on a Cryptopia Twitter account. I'm making this video a little bit ahead of time, so it could actually be out by the time I post it. I'm not sure, but I already gave a brief overview of what it is. And so now on to Exchange, what most of you here will be using Cryptopia for. So as per most cryptocurrency exchanges, you go here, you hit deposit, and boom, you can deposit any cryptocurrency you want. And because it is Cryptopia, pretty much any cryptocurrency you want will be here. Although some bigger ones, big name ones, some of the medium name ones won't be here, sorry. A lot of cryptocurrencies you haven't even heard of will be here because nobody's heard of them because they are pretty much registered shitcoins. But that's okay. I mean, it's good for trading. And they also do have stuff that aren't. You know, they do have things like Ethereum, for example. What popped up on that other screen that we were just at is... Oh, too late now. But what popped on the other screen was their recommended page. Basically, it has just like a list of... Well, now it's frozen. But it had just a list of different cryptocurrency it recommends to you for whatever that means. Let's try just opening up Exchange again. So you can see if I click on Exchange, I actually have 3 options: markets, open orders, and history. Which is, you know, pretty handy. They have a nice user interface, I do think. I think a lot of people give them crap because of the coins they have listed, but their user interface, their UI itself is actually, I think it's nice. It's not beautiful, but it's nice enough. So there we go, featured markets, which is powered by Paytopia is what they say. This just means that this cryptocurrency Zest paid to have their thing there. Top markets is based off of course, volume. I think actually. Which should be based off of volume, although maybe it isn't anymore, I'm not sure. And a market summary, which this is pretty important. You can see Cryptopia actually something that's very interesting most crypto exchanges don't have. They have a Bitcoin trading pair, which is very common. Ethereum is the second most common, but yet they don't have that. They have USDT, which is probably second or third most common, but then they actually have NZDT, Litecoin, and Doge as their other trading base pairs. So you can actually trade things in relation to Doge, which is so cool in my opinion. So that means that you can buy or sell things and use Doge to buy and receive Doge when you sell, which I think is just the coolest thing ever. You know, you have things like Verge, which is valued at 9 Doge, which is like it's a cool thing to think about because we're so used to things being in such tiny decimal places that seeing it above is pretty cool. And this is what the order book looks like. We can just use this one because it's easy. You notice if I scroll up and down, it doesn't actually let me zoom out here. How to do that is using these 2 scales on one side. So if we go here to the 1 week, which it says we can't, but we cannot, doesn't let us. Well, so this is we'll start on this chart. So this is the, wait till it loads. This is how much you want to view of the chart. So right now I'm looking at all, then I can go to 6 months. You can see it just will pop up the last 6 months. The last 6 months are right here. Let's look at the last 3 months. And now there are the last 3 months, we can then look at how much you want to look at. So each one of these candlesticks, we can look on a 15-minute over 3 months. We can look at a 30-minute, daily, weekly, etc. So I'm going to look at a 1 week, and that's our 1 week graph. And it does not deal with this very well, does not deal with wicks very well. And also this has such low volume, although it's actually kind of surprisingly high. And then it has very basic things here, like you can enable a MACD, which is cool that they have that enabled, though it does not have crosses and is very rudimentary, and I would not suggest using it. I also don't even know what stock price is. I guess it's literally just the price of it, but that doesn't help at all. They do have Fibonacci lines, which is interesting, I guess. But again, I wouldn't suggest using any of that. They just have a very, very basic graph system. Then they do have an order book, which is actually beautifully done. It's much faster than a lot of other systems, so I really appreciate that. And it has, this written down right here. And balanced distribution, which basically doesn't need to be worried about. I'll cover it that way. They have all your basic information also right here for anything you're curious about. And then they have on the left side here, you can have your markets, which shows, if you click on it, it just shows all of the markets, which is what I currently have open. Here, let's go to Slothcoin, because I like Slothcoin. Oh, they delisted Slothcoin. That makes sense. It was an ultimate shitcoin. Then they have on the list, sorry, I like Slothcoin a lot. Then they have the left side here, orders, which shows your open orders. So if you're trying to look at them, you can go bam and see what you still have open. I have nothing open at the moment. I don't think I took all my funds out of Cryptopia. Then you have your balances here. Apparently I have some copper coin. Don't know how I got that. It's worth nothing. But you have all of your balances that'll be listed right there. So that's pretty handy, because if you go in here and you hit deposit and you're depositing something, you're trading in the meantime in Cryptopia, you can then just go here, refresh the page, and if it pops up, then that's your balances in. And the last button is chat, where you can chat with people around the world, and like I said, potentially win some free rewards. But again, the rewards are probably going to be less than 1/100th of a cent in valuation in US dollars. That's how to use Cryptopia. The last thing I want to mention before I get off is if you are looking for trading shitcoins, this is the place to do it. In terms of volume, there we go. The highest volume thing that they have currently in Cryptopia today that I'm looking at has only 276 Bitcoin in volume, which is nothing. And this just shows us low market value. But this sometimes means you can dip in and get cheap buys in cryptocurrencies you normally couldn't buy. Though it also means if I were to go to, I don't know what this one is, but Jin, it also means that sometimes the order books are quite light. This is a bad example of this. Here we go. So all the way from 17.2 to 18.2. So 10,000 Satoshi difference is only 1 Bitcoin in volume. So sometimes you can get some really massive spreads, which will lead to some pretty crazy wicks buying and selling. Even things like Neo, you can see here. That's not the Neo symbol. It's still loading. But even things like Neo, you can see here, really extremely low volume, extremely low volume, which can let you sometimes do funny things if you're a bigger investor, or it can let you get in some it can get you some control with some order books. You can manipulate it a little bit if you want, or not investment advice, but you can look very carefully for low entries. I know I personally have gone 5-10% below whatever the going price was on some cryptocurrencies just because I checked Cryptopia and I used their Arbitrage tool as well. If you liked this video and it helped you learn how to use Cryptopia a little bit better, please go down and hit the like below. It's appreciated. Any comments you have there, please leave a comment if you have any suggestions or anything of that sort. Anyway, guys, have a great day.